Hello, this is your girl, Dr. Brianna Boss James, aka Dr. Boss, the founder and CEO of She Bossin' Up and P31X. Listen, welcome to the carpet. If you're in a position to do so, go ahead, light a candle or something, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get into this thing on today. Well, welcome. Today on the carpet, we are going to talk about starting a business and making sure that you set, establish, and uphold healthy boundaries. Boundaries are everything when you're running a business. If you don't know how to set healthy boundaries, you are going to burn out. Because it's as fun and exhilarating as the experience is of starting a business and running a business, it could very well be overwhelming and all-consuming. As new entrepreneurs, it's real easy to get caught up in the excitement of it that you will push yourself to the limits. I know I've pushed myself to some limits over the days, weeks, months, and years in doing business, and that's just not healthy. You have to make sure you're maintaining a healthy work-life balance. If you happen to be working a job at the same time, it's not just work-life balance. If you are on the job at the same time you're starting a business, you have to be able to balance your job, your work as in building your business, and your personal life. So I like to call that you have to have work plus life balance. And you have to set boundaries. This is going to be very crucial for the long-term success and well-being of not only your company, but of yourself. So tip number one, establish priorities. Our first tip for setting healthy boundaries is all about priorities. Before you even start your business, or if you're in the process of doing it now and you haven't really done that, you want to take a step back and really take some time to reflect on what matters. What are your values? What's important? What is God telling you? What needs to be first? And I'm telling you, as one who is following Christ and in the kingdom, God comes first in all that you do. Praying, seeking Him, making sure that you're doing what it is that He desires for you to do is what's important. So you want to make sure that your personal and your business goals are in alignment with your values and with what God is calling you to do. You don't want to just have things and do things haphazardly, because yes, it is, you can be real busy doing a business, but you don't want to just be busy for the sake of being busy. You want to be busy and be productive and getting things done, doing things that will actually move the needle in your business. And you do this by setting, understanding, and upholding your priorities. You're going to make these decisions and then you are going to stick with them. Why? Because your time, your effort, and your energy and your resources are important. So you want to make sure you're putting them in the right places. Tip number two, have defined work hours. There is nothing worse than working 24 hours a day and you tell yourself you're going to work 2, okay? Don't get caught up in the hype. Remember, if you're doing this thing and you're working a job, you have the time on your job that you have to work. And then when you're finished with working, you need to set like designated hours in each day that you're going to work to do your business. You need to calendar those hours out and you need to stick with them. You have to make yourself and your business a priority in your life. So don't set calendar schedules and don't do any work. Make sure you take the time to build your business. This can be very challenging, okay? You don't want your business to consume you and take your entire day. And then you also don't want to mess around and not get anything done. Establish clear working hours. Stick to them as best you can. This is not only going to help you maintain that work-life balance or the work plus life balance, but it's going to ensure that you are productive in those designated time frames that you have. You hone in, set alarms. I like to set timers or music with the amount of time that I'm going to do a task. So I know as long as that thing is playing, I should be working. And when it stops, it's time to transition into the next thing. So whatever you need to do, set your defined work hours and actually work in those hours. Tip number 3 is my favorite. Learn to say no. Setting healthy boundaries is all about being able to understand what to say yes to and what to say no to. As a new entrepreneur, you can really feel pressure to take on every opportunity that comes your way. It's essential to seize opportunities. At the same time, it is equally important to know when to say no. And this is to opportunities, to family, to friends, to even chill time, to extra productive time. When it's time to go to sleep, you need rest. It's time to go to sleep. So sometimes you're going to have to tell yourself no, as well as you're going to have to tell other people no. And that's fine. Overcommitting yourself will lead to burnout, and it can compromise the quality of work that you deliver when it's time to deliver it. You want to be your best and most excellent self as all time. So you want to make sure that you put your priorities in place, you have your values set, your standards set, and you know what you're going to be doing. So that way you can say yes to the right yes things and no to the things that you need to say no to. And you can say no and do it politely and with ease and confidence and poise, and be very respectful. And don't allow people to tell you that you can't tell them no, if you will. Unless God calls you to do something, everything that you do is optional. And here's the reality. Even if God has called you to do something, He has given you free will. You could say no to that. I wouldn't suggest it, but you can. Prioritize your well-being. Say no when you need to say no, so you can say yes to the things you need to say yes to. Tip number 4. I like to call it utilizing your resources. This is where you are going to delegate and outsource things. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to own everything. When you are able to, delegating and outsourcing is a complete game changer. If you're at a position where you have a lot going on, you also have the financial resources to get an assistant of some sort, go ahead, pay for the assistant to do the things that you need. Take off of yourself the tasks that are mundane, the things that kind of slow you down where you're not operating in your zone of genius. Pay somebody else to do the thing and the task where they are operating in their zone of genius, because that's what they do best. And that will free you up to do what it is that you do best. This is going to free up your time so you can focus on those things, and you can start to really grow your business and move the needle in your business with the things that you can do. Tip number 5, create a dedicated workspace. When you're working from home, as most people, when you first start out and starting your business, you're working from home. So that means all of the home distractions are there, whether it's things, whether it's people, it doesn't matter. The distractions are there. So you want to make sure that you have an environment set up so that you can focus on work when it's time for you to do the work to start your business. Create a space, whether it's in your room, if it's in the kitchen, if there's a closet somewhere that you can work in, if you have an office, great. Designate that space, get your time together, utilize that space and that time to work on your business. Again, if you have family and things of that nature, go ahead and talk to your family about what you're doing and get them to agree to designated time frames in which you can be 100% focused in your business in this space that you're going to be in. And I'm telling you, when you have a real good quality family, they will see that it's 5 o'clock and you're supposed to be in your office doing your work and you're not doing it. Listen, that little 10-year-old child will tell you about yourself if you're not doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So help your family to help you by setting up the times. If you have someone in the house that can help hold you accountable, that is always wonderful. But make sure you just have the space that you need to where you can focus in on your business, on your work, and really put yourself in this mental space to get things done. So your mind starts to know, I go into this area in my house, it's time to go to work. Setting healthy boundaries as a new entrepreneur, this is going to be an ongoing process, even when you're a vet in the game. This is going to require lots of self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to your own well-being. Remember, that it's not just about protecting your personal life, but it's ensuring that your business is going to be a success in the long run. When you start with quality things in place from the beginning, it's going to help you to be able to succeed in the long run. Which leads us right on to tip number 6, schedule breaks. Even if you're just working 2 hours after work, somewhere in there, pop in a break. But especially if you're doing this thing full time and you're going in all day long getting it in, even when working a job, you have breaks that you need to take. Breaks are good. They help your mind to reset and to recharge and to be able to maintain focus or to be able to shift your focus when you're moving between different tasks. It doesn't matter if you just get up and walk around the house real quick, if you take a short walk outside the house, if you have a meditation session, if you go and you break away completely from work tasks and maybe read a book or listen to an audiobook or something. Disconnect yourself completely from doing the work so that you can reset your mind, reframe yourself, and then when you come back to doing work, your productivity is going to be boosted because you're not going to be all burned out from looking at the same mundane thing over and over again, depending on what it is that you're doing. Your body needs break. Your body needs to be able to reset itself. Your body needs to be able to recharge. So if you're spending long amounts of time, but even something as simple as 2 hours worth of time, give yourself a little mini break in the middle, or give yourself mini breaks throughout longer time periods, so that way you can reset your mind, and then when you come back, you're able to readily focus on the task at hand. And then that also gives you the ability to shift through different tasks better when you schedule in the breaks. Tip number 7, which is our final tip: seek support, coaching, and mentorship. Okay? It is not just okay, it is highly recommended that you find a coach who's an experienced entrepreneur. You go look on YouTube. All you who listen to me know YouTube is my jam. I have YouTube coaches, aunties, uncles, whatever you want to call them, and I find all that I need on there. I listen to training classes, sessions, whatever it may be, to get this is support that I need in different areas. And then I have coaches myself. I have coaches for the different areas of my life, business, life, different things within business and life that help me to be better at what it is that I'm doing. I can share my experiences. I can get their experiences and their guidance on things, and you can do the same thing. This is a part of setting the boundaries. This is going to help you to be the best version of yourself. This is one of those things that you want to say yes to. So you're going to say no to sitting around and doing nothing or wasting time, effort, and energy on meaningless things. And you're going to go partner yourself, joining networking groups, again, getting a coach, getting a mentor, and actually taking the time and allowing yourself to be held accountable, but just to be able to partner in life with somebody to walk with you through this business journey, someone who understands what you're going through. This can even be someone who's just going through business. If you're part of a business club or part of a group somewhere and all of you all are new entrepreneurs, it just helps to know that somebody understands what you're going through. Sometimes your family and friends, if they have not started a business or they're not doing one now, they're not going to understand the joys and the pains, the ups and the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and the indifferent of starting a business. They're not going to get it. But if you're part of a network of people who are doing the same thing, we will all get it. So you want to make sure that you join yourself with others who are going through the same walk as you and allowing yourself to be in community with them. And as we're thinking of mentorship, support, and coaching, if you're looking for some life and business coaching from someone who has been through this whole startup process and understands the challenges, the struggles, and the setbacks and everything, we here at She Bossing Up know exactly what it is, exactly what it's about, and we are here to help you. We have the experience and the expertise to help navigate you through this startup process. And we have a phenomenal program that can help get you to where it is that you are desiring to go. Boss yourself up in life and in business at the same time. So you can go ahead and stop to www.shebossingup.com. That's SHEBOSSINUP.com, and check up the She Bossing Up Nation. Listen, it has been a pleasure. Make sure that you understand how important setting healthy boundaries is to your life and to your business as you're starting your business. Everything is important. Every second that you have in your life is a resource, and you want to use it most wisely. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the hype of starting a business. This takes time, effort, energy, and resources, and you don't want to burn out. Give yourself the time you need. Give yourself the breaks you need. Get the support that you need. Make sure to say no when you need to say no. Say yes when you need to say yes. Don't feel overwhelmed and compelled to do things just for the sake of doing them. Seek the Lord to see what is the best path for you. Set those priorities and go to work. thank you so much for tuning in. I know some fabulous things will happen for you as you continue to both navigate and break free from the struggles and setbacks in your life. If you received any value from this episode, please hit that good like button. And if you know someone who might need a little bit of what you just received, go ahead and share this episode and pay the blessing forward. Now, if you find yourself in a place that you're wondering about what you really want in life, what you're called to do, or even if it's just, I don't know, go ahead and check out shebossonup.com. That's SHEBOSSINUP.com for an experience that will transform your life.